Germany, home to Europe's most famous knockdown wall, and is of course also Europe's biggest exporter. In fact, Germany is so good at exporting stuff that its current account has been in a surplus since 2002. That means Germany has been exporting more than it imports for 2 decades. But are things about to change? With Vladimir Putin waving his bloody hands in Ukraine, Germany, one of Russia's favorite energy consumers, is finally taking action on the fact that maybe Putin's Russia is not the most reliable of trade partners. So, what might this mean for the German economy going forward? Let's have a look, and welcome to the German Economic Shift Model Energy video. Hi, welcome to Economics in Action. If you like this kind of content, then subscribe to support the channel. Anyway, on with the video. Germany is addicted to 2 things. 1. Cheap Russian energy. And 2. Current account surpluses. These 2 addictions are linked to one another. Cheap Russian energy, predominantly in the form of natural gas, has allowed for German industry to keep costs low and remain competitive in various global markets. As a result, German companies have managed to sell, produce and ship all sorts of products around the world, resulting in a giant current account surplus. Even in 2021, Germany's current account surplus was 7.4% of its GDP. That's 265 billion euros. Now, Russian energy is not the only reason that explains this large trade imbalance in Germany. The use of the euro, among many other reasons, also support this economic phenomenon. But with Russian gas representing around 40% of German gas imports prior to the Russian invasion of Ukraine, it's possible that no access to this cheap natural gas could ruin the export-orientated economy that Germany has spent many decades perfecting. Now, the key factor to remember when talking about German imports of Russian gas is that it comes via pipelines, and in some cases, pipelines that were built during the Soviet era. And the issue with pipelines is that as an importer, you're significantly restricted to who you receive natural gas from. In many cases, it's a country where the pipeline is also located, which geographically restricts you. Whereas, if Germany were to import 40% of its Russian natural gas via LNG ports with regasification plants, then if Russia decided to start a fight, then Germany would be able to give some other trade partners a call and ask for some natural gas. Basically, with LNG, it's easier to have a more diverse group of trading partners. I mean, it will be predominantly Qatar and the USA that replace Russian gas, but 2 is more than 1. We can agree on that, right? Now, because of this change from Russian pipelined gas to LNG imports, and asking Norwegians really nicely if they would like to help out and make a lot of money in the process by continuing the flow of clear, funny-smelling gas, there's been some talk that this trade and energy transition will ruin the German economic model and sadden the mercantilists among Germany's elite. But is it really as simple as that? Is Germany set for a period of industrial stagnation? High energy prices mean high production prices for German industry. It's pretty simple. We've been witnessing it for a year now. But if Germany has to raise the prices of some of the goods it produces, then the question becomes which new companies will be able to compete with German industry in this new scenario of high energy prices? Nice question. I knew you were thinking about it too. So let's go one step at a time. First, let's remind ourselves that Germany produces all sorts of products. Some industries are high-tech, energy-intensive and capital-intensive, be it factories or human capital, engineers and technicians. Okay, so that narrows our competitors to nations that are home to a highly skilled and technical workforce. So, much of Europe, North America, East Asia like South Korea, Japan and China, and I guess Australia. We won't forget you. Nice. So, secondly, we also need to consider countries that are not seeing producer prices increase at similar levels to Germany. So we can forget about almost all of Europe, which is experiencing similar levels of an energy disaster panic, oh damn this is bad, make it stop moment, to Germany. But also because Germany and Europe more generally is looking to source a lot more gas via LNG ports, this is and has pushed up the price of LNG for consumers around the world, even impacting the South Korean and Japanese economies. The impact hasn't been as large as in Germany, but it's not like South Korean and Japanese producers have been on a magical island where energy prices have remained stable. Whoa, being an adult has really changed my life goals. But moving forward then, what about North America and China? Are their economies the ones that will eat into German industry's market shares across various industries? Well, the answer is maybe. A strong and firm maybe. For example, the USA is energy independent thanks to the Texan love-hate relationship with fracking. But also during this whole mess of economic uncertainty, the US dollar has strengthened against every major currency, including the euro. The devaluation of the euro against the United States' dollar is effectively importing more inflation into Germany, but it is at the same time making German goods cheaper in the USA. So this is a bit more complex than you might have originally thought. In Canada, a similar story is true. The euro has fallen against the Canadian dollar, and Canada does have significant energy resources to shield its industry to a certain degree against the current energy price mess. Will this result in some Canadian companies stepping in to steal German market share? Maybe, but like with the USA, there is not a straightforward answer. Finally then, let's talk China. Now, China is still in the phase of catching up with Western technology in certain industries, so some areas of German industry are still protected from Chinese competition thanks to this technological gap. However, Chinese producers have seen a much more modest increase in producer prices over the last 12 to 18 months, so they have likely gained a competitive advantage. But you might have guessed, since it seems to be a trend, the euro has also seen a devaluation take place against the Chinese renminbi, about a 10% devaluation in the last 12 to 18 months at the time of writing. So, once again, it's more complex than originally thought. So, there you go. Will the German economic model be smashed into 1,000 pieces the same way my dream of watching Italy win a 5th World Cup in Qatar was? Probably not. Maybe. The truth is, it's all speculation. There's the potential of the German economic model not bringing the benefits it used to as a result of this massive energy transition. But until hard data comes in showing that German industry is losing out due to higher energy costs affecting the ability of companies to be competitive in the global markets, it's all just a topic for us to caress our beards to and ponder. Hey everyone, if you're new to this channel and made it this far, then please smash the subscribe button and like button and all the other buttons on this video, since it keeps my hopes of retiring before I turn 80 years old alive. Also, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this topic, especially if you are in Germany. Is this energy shock a death sentence to the German economic model? Or is everyone just looking for some clicks? Anyway, take care. Bye.